You can come in soon, bud. I dropped my stove out the door, and now I have to use a knife on the one corner because I bent the metal, but it's not hard, it's just kind of sticks. So welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing good. Today I thought, while I'm just cooking up just a easy, quick little, it's just a goulash. It's nothing special, and I don't have mozzarella cheese, so I can't bake it. So it's gonna be it's just gonna be a quick, simple thing. But I figured I would address a couple of things. So on the title of the video, so I titled the channel, This Is the Way It Goes Sometimes. And it's funny because I've been noticing some things, because there's been some changes in my life. And I've noticed some things that, because something happens in your life, and it can be life-changing, it's the way that you're supposed to be going. I really do believe that. Or it's the direction you're being steered in. I just believe that. This is kind of what happened with me. I did this channel because I wanted to show people that somebody my age with no skills, at the time that I got the van and I started to build it out, I was part-time. Well, no, I was 8 to 9 months working. And 3 to 4 months I would have off. So basically how I started out in this is I was researching it, and I was noticing in the winter I was struggling, and I was just getting tired of it, and I was looking at retirement coming up, and my daughter was moving out, and I thought, well, what am I going to do with myself? So I took off the first year that she moved out, and I had a truck and a canopy, a high top canopy that I built out. And Wilson and I had a great time, and I loved it. And then I had an accident with Wilson. He saw a rabbit and almost ripped my hand off. So I had to go back into, I ended up finding a basement suite, and I was very unhappy. And I knew I wanted to go back and build a home in a van or something. So that fall I moved out, and I was in a Honda Pilot, and then I ended up getting into my van and building it out while I was working. And it's taken me 2 years because I had Sundays, only 5 hours on a Sunday to build. And in the wintertime, there's a lot of days where it was just too cold to build. So I wanted to show that, and that is, again, why I started the channel. You can go back and find the build in a big part of the videos, and hopefully you will. But another thing I wanted to mention is, it's funny because I've really noticed a lot of things altering my life and my path in the last 6 months. So there was the thing about me struggling, and that's why I moved into a van, I did up the YouTube channel so that I could share my experience and hopefully show other people that they can do it too. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I couldn't even pick up a drill. I can't even hit a nail on the head. So I have no idea how I put this van together. I've got a few mistakes. All in all, I did pretty good though. But it's just, I think it helps. It inspires people. I hopefully, I hope I inspire people. So in saying that, again, back to the title of the video, I had a great dispatcher at work, the place I was working at for 5.5 years. And he got cancer, and somebody stepped into his spot and replaced him as a dispatcher. Well, as soon as that happened, with a few other scenarios coming into play, this guy basically had it out for me, and I never had a problem any time before with the company. And it was getting really, really bad. Somebody approached me at Christmas time and offered me a job operating heavy equipment. So I start up a new job, but it's funny because it's funny how things happen in your life. It was over a year of this happening that I realized, when my hair started falling out and my nails started breaking, that I wasn't just tired, that there was actually something wrong with me. It happened at the right time that I finally realized that I need a break, and this job is not working for me, and it's doing me more harm than good, and I have another job offer. So it's just funny how sometimes things right at the end of, like, almost either I was pretty close to being extremely sick, and everything was coming to a boil, and things happened and it changed. Okay, so basically I'll show you those super greens for anybody that didn't happen to see my video, what I've been using. I wanted to mention it though because I have never seen such a difference in my life. I know lots of people do meal replacements and super greens, and the stuff that I've been taking I've only started it probably 6 weeks now. My life has changed in the last 4 months, and for the better, but how it's kind of all just kind of connected together. And it was the way that I was supposed to go. So sometimes when you're going through trials, this is what I really saw. I had to do my time, and I had to do my time with my iron deficiency. So it's taken me a lot to get on my feet. And I'm getting into a lot of herbal teas. I'm trying to go really healthy because I want to really clean out my system and put in good stuff. That's another reason why I showed you those detox pads. They work. I have a friend who actually showed me those pads, and he said that he can wake up some mornings and they're white. They're totally clean. And other days they're black. And they do advertise as a detox. It's also another reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention again. Not only because it absolutely got me on my feet, like, quickly. And I can't believe I've got dark hair growing in. That's just weird. But it's really good price. Like, I got my meal replacement, and I'll show you the size of it, and it was $17. And the vitamin C was $11, and it's a pack of, like, I don't know, 24, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. And then the super greens, it was $21. So that's a little bit pricey, but that's not bad. I've seen the super greens at health food stores going for as high as $38 plus. $38, $39. So $21, that's okay. So anybody that's got some issues where you're really tired, just maybe not feeling so great, or you're even just you're battling something. I don't see how it would affect you, but I am not a doctor. So run it by your doctor. Or there's places you can phone and get advice, medical advice, and they're vitamins. It's all vitamins. So I really can't see how that would interact with other medication, but I'm not a doctor. So it would be good to do your own research on the products and decide if it's, something that you'd like to start trying to see if it'll make a difference. But it's money well spent. It's supplementing what you may be lacking as well. And everybody wants a quick fix, right? It's a quick fix. It's great. I won't stop it now that I've been doing it. So, I'm almost done cooking my hamburger. And my macaroni is coming along. I cracked the window, and my windows are still steaming up, but I won't get carbon monoxide. I have a carbon monoxide detector right there. So I've got some sea salt here. It's from Newfoundland. So a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. This is going to be pretty plain Jane. It's going to be my hamburger. I did put some olive oil, garlic olive oil in the pan, just a little bit. And then I just fried up the hamburger. Salt and pepper, done. The macaroni, salt and pepper, that's it. Then I'll drain off the macaroni, and I'll add, it's a can of tomato soup. You don't add any milk or anything like that. And then I always added some green onion in there and some garlic. But because the tomato soup, how can I say this? It kind of cheaps out the meal. If you try to gourmet it in any way, it actually, I find, takes away from it. So it's just your simple goulash. And I used to make it for my kids all the time because it was cheap and they loved it. But if you put mozzarella on the top of it and throw it in the oven, it's extremely yummy. I don't have an oven, and not yet. I have another thing coming up for the oven. So I'm excited. I got a couple of things that I'm working on, or going to be working on. So, and they're big projects. One's my camper, one's my truck. An 87 Dodge Ram, 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive manual transmission. Got to put a carburetor in it and fix it up and give it a paint job. Put some tires and rims on it. The camper I'm gutting and rebuilding. And then I'm moving my van because I'm going to be parking my truck here. And also where I'm parked right now, it's on a farm. And I'm here, I was invited here, and it kind of serves two purposes. It helps me out because I'm out of the city. I'm not too far from the city, but I'm out of the city on a farm with Wilson, which gives us peace and quiet and some privacy. And I can burn my wood burning stove. And it helps out the person that has the land because in the spring, summer, and fall, there can be some unruly traffic through this area, and it's nice to have some security on site. And Wilson is basically the security. So, and it just brings comfort to this person to know that there's somebody else out here as well. So we both kind of mind our own business, and we don't talk very much. We're both kind of the same personality, so it works out very well. And I'm grateful for the parking space, and I think she's grateful for just kind of knowing there's someone out there. And I think the world of her. She's very sweet, absolutely sweet. So it worked out well. But again, not everybody can run into that, and it can be a challenge. Okay, so I really don't have much water in here. The water that I do have, I'm gonna leave it. It's literally, I can't even see any. I was starting to stick, so. So I make sure my pots are as clean as possible, and you have ways, if you clean your pot right away, or you soak it right away, right? I don't have to tell anybody that. But if you're soaking it right away, don't use very much water. Just cover the bottom. Use the rest of it. You'll have to utilize scratch pads. My scratch pad and cleaner is Wilson. And I will be totally upfront and honest about that. I don't hide that. Wilson does my dishes for me. Then I go in after with a baby wipe, and I wipe it up. And then I take a baby wipe and I throw some vinegar on it, and I wipe it through with vinegar. And then I have a damp cloth, especially for this, and I keep it in a baggie. And then I take it and I wipe the dish or the pot or whatever it may be with that wettened cloth, so it takes the vinegar off it, and it's clean. So, and it's only for that purpose. So that's what I do for my dishes. My gray water goes in a bottle that I use. It's just a water bottle, just like this right here. And I pour my pee in here, and I pour my gray water in here. And then I find a construction outhouse. There's tons of them around. I have an outhouse right here. It's an old one. It's full of cobwebs. I don't want to go in it. And there's one down the road, actually, at a site. So it's a pit down the road. So that's where I'll actually be working. So I can just travel down there after hours, and I know that they don't mind, and I just dispose of my gray water in there. So that's a good tip for people, because there's all kinds of those in parks and in construction sites and in other places around that are maybe more outlying of the city, and not always is it manned. So yeah. Yeah. So that's how I do my dishes. So I'm going on an outing my next video, and I hope you guys are gonna join me. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Pre-clean. It's just me that lives here, so I can do that. I can also drink out of the milk jug. I don't, though. There's dinner. And there's what I make. Superfood greens. They also have a beetroot Purely Inspired. The link's in the description. And it has 19 vitamins and minerals, 39 superfood, which is your natural health products, and then active probiotics. So that's really good. I really enjoy this. So I went and I looked at what else they offered. See, I've already gone through 2 of them. This one is not by them, but it's enhanced collagen. And the reason I got it is just to help me a little bit more with my hair and nails, just my skin and everything, because my whole system was starved of oxygen for at least 6 months. I'm talking dangerous levels, like critical, actually. And it did a lot of damage to me, so I'm just still trying to get on my feet. Purely Inspired. This was $17. All in one. So it's a plant-based nutrition. It's vanilla. It was actually really good. It's got tons of stuff on it. And I like it. It's a meal replacement. So for me, when I'm working, I can't sit and have a big meal. So I nibble on stuff and I whatever. This will be perfect for me to have a big shake like mid-morning and stuff like that. I wanted to leave that with you guys. Check into it if you're feeling a little bit run down, or your body, you know, is a little struggling or whatever. It's just good for you. Everything, including the emergency, is another thing that I'm taking as well. All the links are in the description. I've got one more thing to show you guys. It's these. They're by ALMER. I think it is. I'll just make sure you guys can see that. There we go. So thanks for joining me today. We'll be seeing you really soon. And don't forget to be grateful.